Something caught my eye this morning. Good morning, everybody. Look at this. What's so special? Well, less than a month ago, I think, I forget the exact date, the gardeners pruned this shrubbery which had grown up completely above the first floor level. And the sticks looked horrible after all the greenery and flowers that were so abundant. But look what's coming now, the intense life. It's just amazing. Already almost completely covered in leaves and foliage and blooming already. It's amazing. The way nature works, the way all of creation works. Just find it amazing. Are you ready for some pruning? And some pruning is forced upon us. Let's say somebody develops a heart condition and finally they give up smoking. They prune the smoking. They change their diet. Those big, lush, creamy pastries are no longer possible. All those deep fries are now a memory of the past, and maybe still a little bit of a longing. But life needs pruning. Our human life needs a lot of pruning. We don't like it because it cuts and it feels ugly, and we lose our status quo the way we always did it, the way we always had it for a long time. Because we weren't always like that. The day we were born, we were very different. The first day we emerged and smiled to the world, we were so different. But now we have gotten used to the way we are, which is not very healthy, and we need pruning. And this is Zacchaeus today in Jericho. And he's going to prune from his own decision, because he has discovered love, he has discovered truth. And he undergoes the pruning, especially when he gets cut down by the crowds, the mob, the condemning, judgmental people. By the way, I forgot to touch the... What? Did I lose somebody? I think so. We maybe lost one or two, but we welcome them back as soon as they come. And here comes the sun. I also have quite a little announcement for you after we finish here towards the end. If I remember, you can remind me. So that pruning that we just saw back there of the garden, and there comes the sun, is a marvelous model for life. And we have the story of Eliezer, and in comes a dominating power into God's people. And we're actually contemporary with the time of Magdala's foundation, Tarichea, the place of the preservation of the fish, and particularly over in the Franciscan part, just beyond that little house there, the lake house. We have the Franciscan site. We've often peeped in over there, and we see that this power doesn't agree with the values and morals of the people who are here when they come in and invade and impose themselves. And that in itself is also a pruning for the people here, a great test. Each time we're tested, it's a time for growth. It's a time for developing our stamina, our resilience, our willpower, our determination, our fidelity. It happens in all relationships. They will be tested in time, tested sometimes beyond what we think is our ability. But like we have that other line which says, my grace is enough for you. I asked the Lord 3 times to take away the thorn in my side, which is a metaphor, obviously, for some major stress Paul experienced. And the answer I received in prayer was, trust in God's mercy. My mercy is enough for you. My grace is enough for you. My grace is enough for you. So the times of trial, we are pruned. It's no longer legal to be a believer. It's no longer advantageous materially to be a believer. That's actually a very dangerous time for people of faith, when it becomes materialistically advantageous to be a believer, to enter into a network of such support that I use my faith to benefit myself materially. Very, very big problem. It's not that there's blessing in the community of believers, but I'm not here to milk that. I'm talking like a farmer milking cows. I'm not here to capitalize on that. I'm here to adore God. I'm here to receive the gift of salvation. I'm here to build up my brothers and sisters. You know, it's very interesting, the word Eliezer. It means my God helps. My God is my helper. My God sustains me. And that's the psalm we have. The psalm is very beautiful in that regard. My God helps me. And that's what happened with Zacchaeus. In Eliezer's case, he went through death, but he's a martyr of the faith. And for sure, he is in God's presence still today, for eternity, in his glory, because God is our help in times of persecution and trial and oppression and difficulty. In Zacchaeus' case, he was also pressured by the mob, criticized publicly. He brought criticism on Jesus. He climbed up on the tree, but the tree wasn't his help. Okay, it gave him a leg up, but his big help was when Jesus saw him. Zacchaeus, come down. I'm going to stay in your house. Now what is the mob thinking? What is the mob thinking? I hear the birds in the sky. Oh, I see them now, but they're not very impressive. They're not doing a good V formation. They don't qualify for Stroll Chat. So there you have it, people. Oh, a little bit of news. So, God willing, I will be leaving this evening. maybe I'll send you a little video from Ben Gurion tonight. But if I don't, you'll realize that tomorrow we won't have Sunrise Stroll and Chat at the same time, because I'll be on a flight to Washington. And there's a wonderful opportunity that Providence has opened up there, and to say a prayer of blessing in the House of Representatives. The opening prayer of the session will be at noontime. It will be broadcast on the usual live streams that they do that. Maybe we can post them later on in a separate post if you can't find them easily. And then there are 2 events. That is Thursday at noon in the US, noon USA time, 7 hours after us here in the Sea of Galilee. And then we have an event at the Museum of the Bible, which is the inauguration of the Magdala Stone and Dead Sea Scrolls exhibit. And then the following morning on Friday, we have a very special event that I'll tell you more about. And I want you to pray for that very much, because it's coming out of Magdala. And it's having a wonderful stage to showcase itself there. and not just to showcase itself, but to be blessed by the presence of religious leaders from many different Christian confessions and members of those confessions who are there who are coming to meet and to do something new, to replace friendships, to replace prejudices with friendships, that friendships replace prejudice among all of us who believe. And that should be with every human being. But let's start in, we as Christians have a lot of resources in a great spirit of reconciliation, that we can at least make that step, one step closer to each other. People, God bless you. See you later. So tomorrow there'll be a change in the schedule. We'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be a video from Washington at some point. God bless you.